We're going to now adapt our rig so that we can make it scalable. At this moment, we have the rig, and when you try to scale it, her spine and her legs and arms stretch badly. And that is due because, of course, they are modifying their size or scale in a different way or different rate compared to other parts. So we're going to start by fixing the spine, and in order to do that, we need to call a node editor again, and we are going to create a node for it. Here it is, and we are going to start by finding a few things. The first one is the we're going to add here my main controller. I'll put these guys on the side here for a moment, and then my main controller, and we're going to add a new multiply divide node. This one I'm going to call it spine scale underscore scale underscore comp for compensate, and we are going to add to this a couple of things. So let me just add a new window here just to go and be able to find them, and I'm going to just click on the main skeleton. I'm going to add the main skeleton here. I'm going to go and look for the information that was passed to the original skeleton on the spine initially that is making a change in scale, and in that we had this stretch divide node that was dividing the length of the spine by the same length of it, and we're going to add this element to my first window here. I'm going to say plus, so it gets added. So I have this guy, I have that guy, and I have this guy. And I'm going to make a connection here. So I'm going to call my connection editor. And I'm going to create a connection there in which I'm going to say now that my main controller, I'm going to take the value and scale in X. Is going to feed into this new compensate nodes, multiply compensate node. So I'm going to load that one. I'm going to connect it to the input 1 in X for that one. And in here, I'm going to put the number that this one has there. I'm going to copy the number, which is the length, standard length of the spine. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to paste it in this one, and I keep it as a multiply. Now I'm going to connect this one into this one. So I'm going to load that one. I'm going to get the output in X from that one. And I'm going to connect it here onto the input for the second one, which is the input 2 in X. And just by doing that change, if I try to scale up or down my character, the spine now stays constant, and still it will be scalable, so it can be stretched and modified. So that's for the spine. We're going to do the same trick for the legs and for the arms. So let me just do it quickly. I'm going to close this tab. I'm going to start with this one again. So I'm going to grab my main controller there by itself. Let's try to grab it. Better grab it here, clear my graph, and then add this one by itself first. That makes it easier. And then I'm going to add to that one a new multiply divide. This one I'm going to do it for the arms. So I'm going to call it left underscore arm scale compensate. And in the same manner, I'm going to go and find on a second window here. I'm going to go and click on my arm shoulder and I'm going to just graph it there. Actually, I need to graph the whole thing. So I need to see that stretch divide value. Again, I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to add it here. So I have the 3 again. And then the same operation. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to load the scale of that one. I'm going to keep working with the scale in X so that all of them are the same. I'm going to load it onto this one here. So I'm going to put in an 1x. And then I'm going to take the value that is of this one, copy that. I'm going to put it in this one. And then I'm going to load that one into the empty, the blank space there. So I'm going to load that one there. And then this one on the right. So the output of this guy fits into the input 2 of that one. So now if I try to scale up my arm, it stays constant. I'm going to do the same trick quickly for the other arm. So I'm going to create another node here. And that's going to be a multiply divide again. And then this one I'm going to rename it. It's going to be right underscore arm underscore scale underscore compensate. And then I'm going to do the same trick. I'm going to load this one on the left, that one on the right, the scale in X of this one will feed into the input in 1 on that one. I'm going to go and grab on the second one the same value from the arm. I'm going to just make sure I'm going to clear this, grab the shoulder, graph it, find that stretch divide node there, which is this one. I'm going to add it here with my plus sign there. Got added somewhere, I think. Here it is, the right arm stretch divide. And then I'm going to just go and again grab this value, copy that, paste it into this one here, paste there, and then I'm going to just hit enter there. I'm going to then connect this one and that one. So the output of this multiplication, so the value of this one multiplied by the length of it will be multiplied, then the result of that will be added to this one on the right into this space here. So that way the other arm now receive the thing. I'm going to do the last time that same operation for the leg. So let me get rid of this tab. I'm going to just keep my graphic cleaner here, load my main controller one more time, create another multiply divide. This one I'm going to rename it left underscore leg underscore scales underscore compensate. Same thing again, new tab. I'm going to grab that leg, I'm sorry, the left one. I'm going to add that one here. Find that stretch divide node, the one that is affecting the leg, not the one that's stretching the root. So here's the hip, this is one. I'm going to go and add that one to my operation here, plus, there they are. So I have my main, my compensate node, and then same trick. So load the main, load the compensate, connect the scale in X of the main, and then load it into the input 1 of the compensate, and in this space I'm going to put the value from this one. Copy that, go back to this one, paste it there, enter, and then I'm going to load the result of that multiplication onto the other one. So the output of this guy feeds into the input into of that one. That way the other leg gets, and now I can scale her up or down. Oh, hold on, you see that the left leg, I gotta do the right leg. So I'm gonna do the same trick again for the leg. So I'm gonna just create a new multiply divide. There we go. And then this one will be the same by the right leg. So right underscore leg underscore scale underscore compensate, and we are going to do the same thing again. Reload that one, load that one, find the scale next. There it is, scale next, feeds into input number 1. Go and find under the leg on the other tab, clear, and then load it. Find under the leg the right hip stretch divide, which is this value. Actually load this guy onto here, add it with the plus. There it is. So there is a stretch divide there, and then again, oh, this is the right arm. This is not a leg divide, this one. So grab the number from there, paste it in this one, and then feed that one into the other one. So this one load on the left, that one load on the right, and then the output of this guy feeds the input of this one into. So now she is fully scalable, and still her legs and arms should maintain their stretchiness. Have some weight painting issues there, but that's a different story. So there it is. She is fully scalable now. So I'm going to bring it back to 0. The last thing I'm going to do is that under this, I'm going to bring it back to 1 actually. Under 1, there it is. That's the actual scale. Under this node, the only one that is scaling her up and down. Let's see, if I click on this guy and I try to scale it up and down, is connected to X, Y, and Z from the center. If I try to scale her one or the other one, it won't work, it will destroy her. So it has to be just scaled equally from the center. Right, that's it.